What is up, guys? It's BT back here again with another review. Today we're going to do a battle between the Magic Mouse 2, the Space Gray Edition, coming in at $100 versus the Logitech MX Master 2S. Now these are great editing mouses, and I've been going back and forth between the two, trying to find the best one that allows me to speed up my editing. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, so let's get into it today. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel and it helps me get more of these videos out to you. Okay, so ergonomically, these things are totally different. I mean, the Logitech MX Master 2S is about 4 times the size of the Magic Mouse 2, and it's a ergo mouse, which means that it's gonna fit your hand like a glove. It's gonna feel more comfortable right off the bat. Whereas the Magic Mouse is a fingertip grip mouse, which is like more for precision. You know, you get that extra dexterity from your fingers to really get the right positioning that you want. I found with the Logitech, even though it is more comfortable overall, I miss a lot of things. So I'll overshoot things because I have less dexterity. My fingertips aren't really gripping the mouse. It's more of my wrist controlling it. So I'll miss things on the timeline. I have to go back. So it takes a little bit of time to really get exactly what you want. As for the buttons, the design of these, the MX Master has about 8 buttons on it, and this thing can be bound to anything that you want. I mean, my blade tool, my scrolling tools, everything is on this mouse, which makes editing really easy for me. I like having it all at my fingertips. They have one at the thumb, they have one scroll where you can also scroll through the timeline. Horizontally, you can scroll very nicely by just flicking it and it'll start spinning it like an infinity scroll, which is also very nice. So there is a lot of customization, and through the Logitech app you can actually change what each key binding does per each application. So if I have something in Final Cut that I need to use, like let's say a blade tool, I can bind that to the B and it won't affect my desktop functionality. The same buttons will work the same way, but in Final Cut it will work the way I bound it in the application, which is really cool. Now you can click that middle button and just have your scroll free fly all over the place. That's cool too if that's your thing. So with the Magic Mouse 2, which makes it so cool, is that it is a touchpad as well, so you can scroll horizontally. It actually has the gestures on it where if you like swipe 2 fingers across it, it does an action. If you tap twice on it, it does a mission control for you. There's a lot of functionality there, and like I said, I kind of am faster with it because I can control it with my fingers. So the bindings on the Logitech sometimes, even though they are good, I feel like I'm just so much quicker with the Magic Mouse 2 that it kind of overrides all these bindings and all these key presses, because you kind of have to think, your brain has to think a little bit like, okay, this is that button, this is this. And even after a while, after using it for months now, I still have to like think to myself, what is that key binding? What is that? And the Magic Mouse, even though it is very simple, there's a lot of functionality to it. The scrolling horizontally is nice and smooth, up and down is nice and smooth. I love the speed at which it scrolls. So one thing that the Master MX 2S has over the Magic Mouse 2 is that it can actually flow. So it can connect to multiple devices, which is really cool. So even if I want to use it on a Mac versus a PC, I can switch over using Flow, which is very cool. Now this thing also uses Bluetooth and it has a USB receiver, whereas the Magic Mouse is just Bluetooth, and having that added functionality is very nice sometimes, where you can just go from computer to computer, switch from 3 different devices and not have to worry about it. It kind of makes it an all-purpose, all-function mouse, so you're getting a lot of value out of it. To me, the scrolling for both of these are very good. The sensors on them are very good. To me, they almost feel very similar. Both sensors feel great to me. I don't feel like there's any noticeable difference. I know there's differences in DPI, but I think most people will be satisfied with either of these and how they track. I mean, it's not like gaming where you have to have a very specific DPI and have it work very well. This is kind of just like, All right, desktop stuff, editing, browsing type deal. Now the Magic Mouse feet, I feel at first were a little bit weird when I saw them, but they actually glide very, very nicely on tabletop surfaces and cloth mouse pads. Where I felt like the Master MX2S failed is on cloth. I mean, it feels good on a table, but sometimes there's a lot of jitteriness and the heaviness of it can cause it to kind of drag on some surfaces. Now we all know of the infamous USB charging, the lightning charging of the Magic Mouse 2. This thing is horrendous. It's on the bottom of the mouse, which doesn't make any sense because you can't use it while it's plugged in. So kind of dumb. So you got to keep it charged. Logitech mouse, on the other hand, they smartly put it on the front of the mouse, which you can just control and just have it work very, very well. Now the battery life is where these things cannot be any different. The Magic Mouse is set to last about 9 hours and the MX Master can last 70 days. And that's based on an 8-hour a day usage for 70 days. That's about 560 hours. Holy crap. So going back and forth between these two mouses, which one do I pick? Well, lately I've been going with the Magic Mouse 2, and let me tell you why. The precision alone, I don't know what it is, I'm just so quick and nimble with this thing. I can get to what I need to get to, I can cut where I need to cut, and I can just move around the timeline very seamlessly. Sometimes with the key bindings with the Logitech, I would have them get in the way because I'd have to think about it so much. And that alone took more brain power to edit than actually just using a mouse, being quick with it, and getting the job done. So maybe sometimes having too many options can be a hindrance. Who knows? Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this battle. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.